Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to this whiskey review where today we're going to be covering the Nikka from the barrel, and I'm actually going to start a mini-series into some Japanese whiskies as I've not done them for a long time here on the channel. Actually, I think I've done some Suntory products back in the past, which I'll leave a link to the playlist in the top corner. So, Nikka Whisky, I've actually got around about, I think it's 6 products on my table which we're going to review. And I thought it's a little bit of a time for a change up for some world whiskies, and specifically Japan, as Nikka is one of the major brands in Japan along with Suntory. So, Nikka from the barrel, I've got myself a little dram poured, and I want to say a thank you to one of my London Whiskey Club members, Jez, and co-founder, as he sort of gave me this bottle and he said to me, if you'd like to review it, and I said, definitely, as I'm starting a little Nikka series. So, thank you very much, and I'll leave our links here if you want to go and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. So, Nikka from the barrel, it is a blended whiskey, and many times when I say that, people are like, no, it's a single barrel, it's a single malt whiskey, but it's actually a blend, and it comes from a combination of Miyagikyo's grain and malt, and Yoichi is the other distillery, which produces slightly peated style of whiskey. So these two come together, it's then married together for 3 to 6 months in a barrel, and then it's bottled, and it's bottled at a higher proof, so you can get a little bit more character, because many Japanese whiskies are always bottled around about 43 or 45%. Now this one is bottled at 51.4, and in terms of the parent company is the Nikka Whisky Distilling Co. Limited, also known as Asahi Breweries, which is the parent company. Now the price point on this bottle is around about £38, and it is a 50cl bottle, or a half litre. And when you convert that up into a full-size bottle, a 70cl here in the UK or Europe, that works out to around about £56. So it's on par with a fairly decent price point. And in terms of exclusivity, it's not exclusive as it's a core range product. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the nose. So starting things out on the nose for Nikka from the barrel, for 51.4%, the nose is actually quite soft and quite enjoyable to straight away dive into. You're not getting any alcoholic burn to the nose. But first up, I am getting a nice sweeter aroma. There's lots of vanillas in this one. But for me, the one I want to pinpoint it to is like a vanilla sponge cake, freshly baked with a little sweetness coming off it as well. To me, this is almost like vanilla sponge cake, but with fudge cubes in the actual mixture of this whole thing. And you get this sweeter presence. There is a little spice though, and it is ever so making itself present, but then it fades back down again. And I'm getting more of an orange, more of a citrus coming through, but a very ripe orange peel, a little spray of that into the air. Now the spice is coming back, and it's almost like a cinnamon, it's a sweet spice, and then you're getting a little bit of a nutty aroma. Ooh, to me that's actually like a pecan pie with the apple sauce insides and quite a nice, almost like a pastry crispiness on the top. And then you get that nice floral aroma, but it's just sitting there on the bottom, and it's not overpowering like some other Japanese whiskies I've tried. It's just making itself present just at the end, or when certain parts of the nose actually develop over time. So that's about it for the nose. Let's go straight into the palate. Slanger. Arrival onto the palate now, it's much more richer, fuller than other Japanese whiskies I've actually tried. It's got a nice sort of texture, a nice viscosity going about it. You do get a little bit of peppery spice that begins things out, a bit of sweet clove, and then you get almost like an acidic citrus character. It's actually enjoyable, and it makes way for these sort of array of citrus fruits, a bit of grapefruit juice, orange, but almost orange zest. And then it's got a sweeter, almost like a tangerine character. Really just, it's amazing how it went from a bit of a sour, bitter character, then up into a sweeter character. And then you're getting a bit more of these sweeter notes, these caramels, a little bit of pear, green apple. And I'm getting a bit of what reminds me of starfruit, what I had when I was actually over in Asia. It's just very interesting how all these different combination of flavors are just rolling around in this glass. And then it ends ever so slightly on a slight bitter note just off the end. Really interesting how this is almost hitting every aspect of the flavor spectrum. But let's get into the finish, and we'll come to my conclusion on Nikka from the barrel. So now into the finish for the Nikka from the barrel. I'm going to pop this down over here and give you my overall comments on the finish. This one's got a nice long finish as it just holds itself there. A combination of spiced oak, baked apples, and a nice almost vanilla-y character, really just rounding off the palate. In terms of my overall rating for this one, in terms of price and everything combined together, I'm giving this one a 90 out of 100 because if you're picking this up for around about £40 and under, and I've seen it on offer at some points even at £30, you're getting a lot more than your standard Japanese whiskey. And I've seen some Japanese whiskies priced into £50 to £100 for no age statement whiskies. This may be a no age statement, but you're getting a lot more depth and character at a higher proof. And it doesn't need to do so much, but it's just so enjoyable. And for that aspect, value for money compared to other Japanese whiskies, flavor profile, and just overall viscosity and texture in this one make it very unique. So 90 out of 100 is my rating. Let me know if you guys have tried anything from Nikka and what's your favorite down below in the comment section. But that's going to be it for this video. This is 90 out of 100 for Nikka from the barrel. If you have enjoyed the video, drop it a like. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, which I'll leave over here. And this is going to be me, JasonWhiskyWise, and I'll catch you guys for the next video. Slanja.